Well, hello everyone. This is my update on Friday, April 28th, 2022. I just got done with my hyperthermia treatment, which is a supplemental treatment to chemo liquid healing, which I had yesterday. So I get my hyperthermia on the day of and the day after, and hyperthermia is, unfortunately, it's not a standard of care in our country yet. And yet it's been in Europe and Germany for years, and it is a standard of care. And unfortunately, my insurance doesn't cover it, but the research is out there that it enhances so much of the effectiveness of chemotherapy. So unfortunately, it costs $500 a session out of pocket because insurance doesn't cover it, and I get 2 sessions each time. I mean, the day of chemo and the day after. So for those of you who have donated the GoFundMe and everything, I mean, this is part of what it is helping me with, because I haven't been able to work since January, although I am starting to do a couple of clients a week. I'm not back to teaching my online classes Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8 a.m. live yet, just because, you know, my body is just still recovering, and the mornings aren't always best for me. So what I have been doing is, you know, pre-recording a class here and there when I feel like I can, when my body says yes. I mean, where I've come from since January is like miles from being in the hospital in January, pretty much facing the potentiality of my death, let's be honest. That bowel obstruction, and you know, my cancer marker number up at in the 3,000s when it's supposed to be 35 but below, and I'm happy to report that as of last week it was down to 109. And I had a scan last week, and good news. The spots on my liver were no longer detectable, yay. And the spots in my lymph nodes and my pelvis had shrunk a good, some 50% or more, some 30% or more. So, of course, secretly I was like just hoping for no evidence of disease. But I know this is a journey that takes a lot of patience, and I'm just grateful for where I am, so beyond grateful. Although, you know, I'm still not without pain or discomfort in my abdomen. That's just a given, and I am off my pain meds, so to speak, which is a good thing. I mean, it's pain and discomfort that's tolerable. You know, it doesn't stop me from doing my life. But I'm under the care of a medical doctor whose specialty is in CBD. And so the CBD has actually helped me to transition off of the pain meds. So there's a lot of positives here that I am grateful for. And oof, I mean, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work keeping mostly my mind in the right place. I just did a video for my newsletter for May's newsletter about the breathing techniques that I incorporate every day to keep my mind, you know, in the right place, because we know it can just be, can go everywhere and cause us stress and worry and anxiety and all of that. And, you know, because I still have weirdness in my abdomen, I mean, I've had 2 major abdominal surgeries in a year and a half. So I have scar tissue adhesions, which I have a weekly physical therapist that comes to my house and, you know, works on getting blood flow and circulation and breaking through that scar tissue. Because, you know, unfortunately, as grateful as we are to doctors and surgeons that can do things that can save our lives at times, they can't totally put us back together like God, the Creator, did. And, you know, we deal with lifelong things after that. But I've had shoulder surgeries, and I'm grateful that my shoulders are functional, but they're not quite what they were before they were injured, just from an active lifestyle. But my point is, because I've had, you know, trauma, like lots of trauma in the last 3 years since my diagnosis, surgeries, bowel obstructions, procedures, being in the hospital stays, you know, I'm so focused on my abdomen. And, you know, when you feel things, it's natural, because of trauma, past trauma, to, you know, immediately go to the mind and be in fear. And so my constant practice every day is breathing and staying present and using the breathing techniques to, you know, calm that anxiety and stuff. Because when we're in anxiety and stress, you're just causing more stress in the body, you know, and depressing the immune system. And my immune system needs as much help as it possibly can. So breathing, actually, the breathing techniques that I use, and again, like I said, I did a video on it, if any of you want to check it out. But it's been powerful, because it just changes our physiology, it changes our mind, it brings this inner calm and peace. But it also literally changes our physiology and our cellular structure. The breath is the most powerful tool that we have. And breathing techniques are just, you know, a lot of us don't know how to breathe. We breathe short, shallow breaths, which creates more stress. Anyway, so learning proper breathing, conscious, intentional breathing has gotten me through a lot. Meditation every day. Doing lots of therapy on all levels. The emotional components of, you know, you've heard me talk about this, you know, where have I been emotionally stuck in these patterns and conditioning of our life that, you know, stories, narratives that no longer serve us. And yeah. So bottom line is I feel like I'm doing well, even though, you know, I still have stuff going on in my lower pelvis, root chakra stuff. The chakras are the energy centers in our body that represent different aspects of our being. And root chakra is all about, you know, safety, security in the world, sense of belonging, tribal, family, foundation, finances. If we don't feel safe, secure in those areas, we can have issues in the areas that I'm having issues. But anyway, that's a whole other talk about the chakras. But so doing chakra work, healing, meditation every day, breathing, walking, doing my weight training every day to, you know, muscle tissue, just sending the message to the body that movement equals life, and we're still choosing to be here and all of that. So I do my weight training just 10-15 minutes every day, do my walking, Sleep is extremely important, extremely, because that's when we rest and repair. Lots of water. I drink between 60 to 70 some ounces of fluid every day, mostly water or teas or broth or whatever. I still have the stent in my colon, which will be there for indefinitely. And because I have that stent, I'm still on very, very limited eating. I'm still on the IV, the nutrition IV at night for 12 hours. So Gigi or Stacy, my caretakers and dear, dear friends and angels, hook me up every night around 7 or 8. And so I have that going through my port at night, so I get this TPN, it's called Total Prenatal Nutrition or something like that. It's made by a pharmacy that is specifically designs these big, packages of fluid with all my vitamins and minerals, and they take my blood every week to see where I am, my blood work, what needs to be, how they need to put this together. It gets delivered on Fridays for the next week, all these big bags that go in the refrigerator. I don't know, just to give you an insight into my daily life. My diet is still limited to like mashed potatoes, yogurt, rice pudding, soups, pureed soups, baby food. Not really exciting stuff. But I can't eat too much that stresses the digestive system, my intestines, because of that stint and because I've had bowel obstruction. So it's challenging. It's challenging. I can't tell you how much I miss eating salads, fresh food. Can't eat too much, hardly any fruit or vegetables unless it's all really pureed, because it's just too much fiber. Ugh, it's maddening. And I go through my moods. I'm strong in many ways, and my body, it just amazes me that it's just, our bodies are they're just designed to heal. They are. We just have to give them the pathway to do so and get out of our way and get out of and enhance and do everything we can to help it heal. So, but it's, it's hard. I mean, every day I chronically feel kind of blah, and always feeling my abdomen, but there's always just a low grade blah. But it doesn't stop me from, life is still going on, and as long as I can be up and walking and not in the hospital, I'm, like I said, starting to train some of my clients again, which is good. It's been really a surreal experience to not work at all, because I just simply couldn't. There was zero energy to do anything other than just February. I was pretty much in bed the whole time, just recovering. I've never been in that situation before. But so, my week is two times a week of acupuncture, a week of 1 day a week of energy medicine session, like Reiki, physical therapy, hyperthermia. I get chemo 2 weeks in a row on Thursdays, and then I get hyperthermia treatments on those days. I'm on the steroid still from chemo, and the steroid makes me feel like I got nothing going on, so it's like a little break. But the downside of the steroid is that at night I'm wired and tired, and so last night I didn't really sleep well. I probably slept 3 hours, but I'll have a better night. But it's amazing when those steroids wear off, you start to feel everything come back. But while I'm on it, like, oh, this is what it feels like to be normal again. Huh. Anyway, that's my update. So thank you all for just hanging in there with me through this journey. I'm grateful. But I break down in tears sometimes. Yesterday morning before chemo, tears, frustration. I just don't want to do this anymore. But I'm here and I'm alive, and Life is the moment, and I love you. So thank you all for everything, you know. For people who are going through this kind of stuff, support means everything. It means everything, because it's a lonely road. But, you know, we all have our individual things, you know, that I'm not saying my stuff is any more than anybody else's. It's not, you know. But we all have things that's, you know, are burdening us in some way. And so the breath, it really helps. So like I say, if you're interested in what I'm doing, it's amazing what it can do in just a few minutes of intentional conscious breathing. It's on my YouTube channel. Anyway, I hope you're all having a fantastic day, a good spring. And that is my update. Is there anything else? Oh, my friend Stacy took me to Ojai for a few days just to have a reprieve of all of this. No doctor's appointments, although I did have to have a virtual appointment with my doctor while I was there, and I get a blood draw while I was there, but I didn't totally escape it, and I was still on my nutrition IV. But we had a wonderful time hiking, got massages, went to Meditation Mount. Gorgeous. Ojai's a beautiful place just north of Santa Barbara, Ventura. About an hour and a half from Santa Monica here. So I'm grateful for everybody. But yeah, it's hard. You know, I miss eating normally. I miss whatever. We all have our things. And like I said, I'm no different than anyone else. So, but my compassion and understanding is there for everybody. So, yeah. All right. That's pretty much the update. Onward and upward. And one day at a time, one moment at a time. All right. I love you all. Be good. When we heal our heart, we heal the world, right?